Hello everyone, welcome to the Shadows of Light behind the scenes. And before I get started, it's been a whole year since this project released. That is insane to me. That has been a whole year since I made this stupid meme project. And I just want to say thank you to my family, my friends, my fans for staying with me for this whole ride. And now we'll get into the behind the scenes, some cut and deleted stuff, some Easter eggs you may have missed. So yes, I will show the Easter eggs first. Alright, here we go. So in Shadows of Light, there is a decent amount of Easter eggs added in that people may have missed. And I am going to be going over all of them right now, starting with the first one. So right when the scene starts to play out, the boy shopping for a hut is actually Ned Bear, just a stylized model because I didn't have the more accurate model at the time. In this scene, you can see obese middle name F lurking as always. In the best scene of Shadows of Light, you can see the other shadow has a sudden model change for some reason. In this scene, you can see the almighty Grommet mug, and in this scene, you can see Goofy all poncho. Guys, it's cooling! In this scene, Foxy got a hold of pen and paper somehow and wrote XQR little message while he left. Here we can see the main antagonist of Shadows of Light, the bucket. Here we can see QXR appear in the scene, the sussy man himself. This isn't really an Easter egg, but in this scene when the giant portal appears, you can see Foxy when he got dragged away, because I forgot to delete it in the scene. Whoopsies. So some of the scrapped content of Shadows of Light are some clips and footage. There's not much, but there's some, and I will get into something that would have happened in Shadows of Light manipulation, but never did because I just scrapped the idea. So the first scrap content is actually a character chapter I had for Baby to be in it, but I forgot to add her in the meetup scene, and I didn't want to re-render it because it already took like 40 minutes to render the scene. So here is the clip, the character chapter of Baby right now.
There are just certain design choices that were made for these robots that we don't fully understand. We were hoping that you could shed some light on those.
She can dance. She can sing.
So the next piece of scrapped footage was a VHS tape of Shadows of Light I was going to release maybe end of Shadows of Light or in a separate video, I cannot remember, but here is that VHS tape, and this is not canon anymore, so it doesn't match up to the story, so here is that now. So I saved the best piece of scrapped footage for last. And this would have taken place in Shadows of Light manipulation, but now never will because it's scrapped footage. Anyway, the scrap footage was, originally I was going to have Mono Fredbear be the main villain of Shadows of Light manipulation. I wasn't sure why, but I just did. I had a model made for it called X-Bear, but I decided to scrap the idea because I wanted a different character to have a redemption arc. besides model Fredbear, him being doesn't have any legs, so that will never happen anymore. Time for the last but certainly not least section of the Shadows of Light behind the scenes video. Tying up loose ends, explaining things that weren't explained or were just hard to understand. So, I have 3 things I'm going to explain at the limit. So, yes, let's get into that. So first thing I'm going to explain is the Shadow Droids. Now, XQR just randomly pops these guys up into the universe, and they felt out of place. Like, how do you get the Shadow Droids? Where'd they come from? I have an answer for that. So I came to the conclusion that there were 2 ways the Shadow Droids were produced. Number 1, they came from XQR's home planet, 75 billion miles away, and XQR opened a portal to get them to Earth to fight Foxy and his gang. So there were 2 ways, that one being one, and the second one was there was a machine in XQR's lab that produced these Shadow Droids because there was a lack of them on his planet that he could find, because he didn't get all of them. There's still some more on his planet. They're still chilling out there. So that explains the Shadow Droids. Before I get to the second thing, if you want to know more about the series, more explained stuff, go over to this community post I made, or go to Dr. Springlock's Shadows of Light Explained video. He did a very good job, and you should consider subscribing to him. Not consider, you should, or I will break your legs in real life. So the second thing I want to cover is how does Scrap SFM or Scrap Animates fit into all this? And his story, he has a story behind him. It's kind of a little, the story's not well thought up, but now it is. Because I've done some thinking, and I have a good story for Scrap, so we'll be seeing more of him in the future, but not much of him, because new characters will come into play. So the final thing I want to cover is the big mystery character I've been teasing for I don't know how long, a really long time. Who is that? So I'm not going to tell you exactly who it is, but I'll give you some clues. By clues, I mean I made a video that gives off a lot of clues to who that character is. And I'm about to show it. If you don't want to be spoiled, click off the video now. If you're fine with spoilers, enjoy this exclusive clip.
One whole year since the war, since the loss, since my deactivation. Pathetic really, how all of this could have been prevented if they had just given him what he needed. But they forgot one thing to do in their plan. They forgot to kill me.